the apostles were being held, and Gamaliel came and spoke some great wisdom. And he reminded the Pharisees of people in the past, how they came and they developed a great following, and how after they died, the following just went away. And he said the same thing about the apostles or the followers of Jesus. He said, if this is from God, you won't be able to stop it. But if it's from man, it will go away, so we shouldn't worry ourselves about it. And this is one of the beautiful truths about the church, is that it is not from man, it is from God. Now, man has made a great mess out of the church time and time and time again. I mean, we're in the midst of one of those great mess-ups now with the sexual scandals that have erupted in the church. The great pain and sorrow and hurt and damage that they have caused to so very many. But the one thing that we need to be reminded of is that the church is not of man. But God uses man in his flaws, in his sinfulness, to glorify the goodness of God. And even in the great midst of terrible scandal, the love of God can be shown all the greater. I forget which saint said it, but the greater the sinner, the greater the amount of mercy can be shown. And during this time of pain, during this time of hurt, during this time of sadness, during this time of shame, we need not, or we should never forget how the church has come to be and who is truly in charge of the church. One of the great words of solace that I continue to remind myself of is the words that Jesus said to Peter when he founded his church. Upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of the netherworld will never prevail against it. God knew that there would be terrible scandals, there would be hardships, there would be sufferings, there would be tests, there would be trials. If he didn't, he would never have said that the gates of the netherworld, giving them the courage to persevere even in the times of the trials and the hardships and the scandals and in the pains, to persevere through this, or through them, and allow the glory of God to shine forth all the more. But now, what are we called to do in the midst of the scandal that we find ourselves in immediately? Number one, never, ever, ever stop trusting in God. And B, number two, we're called to be the light of Christ to the world, to pray for those and to offer healing to those who have been harmed, which is each of us in the church. Some more than others, yes. But we need to be that support for each other, to lift up instead of trying to push down. And if we follow those two things, the church in its glory will shine bright once again. But may we never lose hope. May we never fall to despair. Because, as Gamaliel said, if it is from God, it will persevere. But if it is of man, it will disappear. And we've been tested time and time again. And so we can place our hope and our trust in God.